Welcome back to our channel. You know that old is gold, but these coins that are most valuable. You are lucky if you have one of these. Please watch complete video. Let's start this. We're diving into why some of these coins could be worth as much as $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.6 million. So, what's so special about the 1982 D Washington quarter? At first glance, it might look like just another quarter you've seen before. But collectors and experts have uncovered a rare variety of this coin that's taken the numismatic world by storm. The Washington quarter has been in circulation since 1932, featuring George Washington on the front. The D mint mark means it was struck at the Denver Mint. Normally, 1982 quarters from Denver are common and worth only face value, 25 cents. But, and here's the exciting part, a small number of these 1982 D quarters have a unique characteristic that sets them apart. Experts call these mint errors or varieties, and in this case, it's a rare double die or a die clash error, meaning the coin was struck in a way that doubled or distorted parts of the design. These subtle differences are so rare that when found in pristine condition, these coins can fetch astronomical prices. How does a quarter, something we use every day, suddenly jump to a value of over $1.5 million? It all comes down to scarcity and demand. Imagine finding a coin that experts estimate only a handful exist in perfect condition. These coins have been authenticated and graded by professional coin grading services as Mint State 70, the highest possible grade, meaning they look flawless. According to leading numismatists, the 1982 D Mint Mark Washington quarter with this error has a strong collector appeal because it's a modern coin with a mystery element. Coins like these become the holy grail for collectors, and serious buyers are willing to pay big money to own one. How do you know if yours could be worth thousands or even millions? Look for the small D under the wreath on the back. Use a magnifying glass to see if the date or letters look doubled or blurry. The coin has to be in near-perfect condition. Worn coins won't have nearly the same value. If you suspect you have a rare variety, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll verify the coin's authenticity and grade its condition. Now, if your coin is authenticated and graded as one of these rare 1982 D era quarters, you're probably wondering where and how to sell it. Major coin auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers can help you get the best price. Established coin dealers specialize in rare coins and have connections with serious collectors. Platforms like eBay can be an option, but only if you understand the risks and ensure secure transactions. Always do your homework and get multiple opinions before selling. Coins that seem ordinary at first glance can turn out to be worth a fortune. The 1982 D Washington quarter with a rare mint error is a perfect example. So take a moment to look through your old coins. You might just have a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more fascinating coin stories and tips on how to find value in your collection. Also, share this video with friends or family who might have old coins lying around. We're diving deep into a very special and rare coin, the 1981 P Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar that has recently shocked the coin world with an estimated value of $1.7 million. Yes, you heard that right. Over $1.5 million for a quarter. Stay tuned because this could be the coin sitting quietly in your pocket change or coin jar. Let's start with a little history. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington. Since then, billions have been minted. But among these millions, some coins have turned into true treasures, and today's coin is one of them. The 1981 P quarter is a standard issue from the Philadelphia Mint normally. These coins are common and worth just their face value or a small premium if uncirculated. But what makes this 1981 P quarter stand out? It's the mint mark and a rare error variant found on certain specimens. The P mint mark stands for Philadelphia, but here's the kicker. Philadelphia coins usually do not carry a mint mark on quarters minted before 1980, but in 1981, a very few coins were produced with a tiny P mint mark, which is incredibly rare. Now, you might be wondering, why is this so important? Because this mint mark appears on only a handful of coins, making them extremely scarce. This scarcity has driven the coin's value through the roof, especially among serious collectors and investors. Let's talk about value. How can a 25-cent piece skyrocket to over $1.7 million? Only a tiny number of 1981 P quarters with the mint mark exist, with very few verified specimens. Coins graded as MS-67 or higher by professional services are especially prized. High demand from collectors and investors chasing rare U.S. coin errors drives prices higher. Coins with well-documented history and certification fetch premium prices. When all these factors come together, a coin like this can command millions in auctions and private sales. Look closely at the obverse front of the coin near George Washington's neck or below the date. A tiny P mint mark should be visible. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe, as this mint mark is very small and easy to miss. The better the condition, the higher the value. Coins with scratches, wear, or corrosion won't be worth nearly as much. If you find a coin that looks like this, get it professionally graded by a reputable company like PCGS or NGC. Certification significantly increases the coin's market value. Alright, so you found a coin that might be this rare 1981 P quarter. What should you do? First, don't sell it hastily. Get it authenticated and graded by professionals. Second, consult multiple coin dealers or auction houses that specialize in rare U.S. coins. Values can fluctuate, so timing your sale matters. Is this a coin you want to keep as an investment or cash in for immediate gain? If you're unsure where to start, feel free to drop a comment below or contact reputable coin grading services for advice. So, could you be holding $1 million coin right now? The 1981 P Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar is proof that sometimes the most valuable treasures are hiding in plain sight. Check your old coins carefully and you might just strike gold. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe for more treasure hunting tips, and share this video with your friends and family who might have old coins lying around. I'm diving deep into a very special coin that's been making waves in the collecting world. The 1988 D Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar. Believe it or not, some of these coins are worth as much as $1.7 million today. So if you've got old coins lying around, you'll want to stick with me for the next 10 minutes. Let's get into it. Most of us grew up seeing Washington quarters in our pocket change, but not all quarters are created equal. The 1988 D Mint Mark quarter is one of those rare coins that's caught the attention of collectors worldwide. What makes the 1988 D Mint Mark quarter so valuable? First, let's talk about what makes this coin special. Washington quarters have been around since 1932, and normally, the 1988 D quarter, minted in Denver, hence the D, is common and worth just 25 cents. But under certain conditions, some of these coins became incredibly rare. Collectors have found a rare die variety and error coins from 1988 D, which means the coin was struck with a minting mistake. Errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual metal compositions make these coins one of a kind. The 1988 D Mint Mark double die quarter, one of the most valuable types, is the double die error, where the minting process accidentally stamps the coin twice, causing letters or numbers to look doubled. In the 1988 D quarter, some of these double die coins have been authenticated and graded by experts. That's why collectors are paying big bucks, sometimes up to $1.7 million for the rarest ones. How to spot if you have a valuable 1988 D quarter. So, how do you know if your 1988 D quarter is one of these rare finds? Here's what you need to check. Look closely at the date and the mint mark D on the front. Do you see any doubling? Like the numbers or letters appear thickened or shadowed? Examine the edges. Is the coin perfectly round, or does it look like it's been struck off-center? Check for any unusual wear or metal discoloration. If you see any of these signs, don't toss it back into your coin jar just yet. Current market value and selling tips now. You might be wondering, what is this coin actually worth? Well, prices vary wildly depending on the coin's condition and exact error type, but some of the top-graded 1988 D Mint Mark error quarters have sold for nearly $1.7 million in private auctions. If you believe you have one, here's what I recommend. Don't clean the coin. Cleaning can seriously reduce value. Take it to a professional coin grader or appraiser. They can authenticate and grade your coin. Consider selling through a reputable auction house that specializes in rare coins. And finally, do your research. Check recent sales for similar coins to understand current market trends. Why this matters to you: if you're between 30 and 70, you might have inherited coins from family or have some tucked away from decades ago. Coins like the 1988 Washington quarter error coin could be worth far more than their face value, maybe even life-changing money. Quick recap: the 1988 mint mark Washington quarter can be extremely valuable if it has certain mint errors. The rarest examples have sold for up to $1.7 million. Carefully inspect your coins, and if you think you have a winner, get it professionally graded. That can destroy their value. Selling to the right buyers is key to getting the best price. Closing and call to action: if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more treasure hunting tips. And drop a comment below if you have old coins you want me to talk about or help you identify. Remember, the coin in your hand could be worth a fortune. So keep your eyes open and happy collecting. We're diving into a very special coin that could be sitting quietly in your collection or even in your change jar, the 1990 mint mark Washington quarter. Believe it or not, some of these quarters are worth as much as $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.5 million. So, if you or someone you know owns a 1990 quarter, stay tuned. This might just be the most exciting 10 minutes you spend today. Show images of the coin. Obverse and reverse: the Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932, featuring George Washington on the front. The 1990 quarter, minted in Denver, which is what the D stands for, is generally common. Millions were produced that year, so most 1990 quarters you find are worth just their face value or maybe a little extra if in pristine condition. Cut to host. But what makes a 1990 quarter suddenly worth millions? The secret lies in rare errors and varieties. Some 1990 quarters were misprinted or have unique features that make them extremely rare to collectors. For example, there's a very rare double die error or certain striking mistakes that can turn an everyday quarter into a collector's dream. Show examples of error coins with close-ups. Error coins are coins that were accidentally minted with mistakes, doubled images, missing elements, or unusual markings. These errors are often caught by collectors and auction houses and can skyrocket the value of the coin. Now, you might be wondering, how did this coin hit the staggering $1.5 million mark? Cut to historical auction footage or images in recent years. A few extremely rare 1990 quarters with a significant minting error surfaced. These coins were authenticated and graded by experts, confirming their rarity and pristine condition. Because collectors compete fiercely for such unique coins, prices at auction soared. Cut back to host for ordinary folks who never thought much of their 1990 quarters. This was a jaw-dropping moment. So how do you know if your quarter could be one of these rare treasures? Show step-by-step close-ups of the coin first. Look closely at the mint mark, the little D near the bottom right. Next, inspect for doubling. Look at the date and the word Liberty. Any doubling or blurred images can signal an error. Also, check the coin surface. Is there any unusual mark or anomaly? Cut to tools like magnifying glass and coin grading guides. Getting a professional appraisal or grading from a reputable company is key. Even experts can't always tell at first glance, so it's worth sending your coin to be authenticated. If you discover you have one of these rare 1990 quarters, what's next? Show footage of coin shops, auctions, and online marketplaces. First, get multiple appraisals. Trusted coin dealers, professional grading services, and reputable auction houses are your best bet. Avoid quick sales to unknown buyers. That's how people get cheated out of huge sums. Cut back to host. Also, online platforms like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers have specialists who know how to handle rare coins safely. Remember, millions of quarters were made in 1990, but only a few are worth a fortune. Whether you have a single 1990 quarter or a handful, it's worth taking a closer look. Host leans in. Speaking sincerely, don't overlook those old coins in your drawers or jars. Sometimes, what seems like small change can turn into life-changing money. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more coin treasure tips. And if you think you might have a rare 1990 quarter or any valuable coin, let us know in the comments. We'd love to help you figure it out. Fade out with upbeat music and a final shot of shining quarters. Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. where we unlock the hidden treasures in your coin collections. If you've got old coins lying around, today's video could change your life, especially if you own a 1993 P Mint Mark Washington quarter. Yes, you heard that right. Some of these coins have a current market value of over $1.5 million. I'm going to break down why this coin is so valuable, how to spot a real one, and what you should do if you want to sell it. So, stick around. First, let's talk about the basics. The Washington quarter has been around since 1932, but the 1993 P Mint Mark quarter is special for one reason. It's extremely rare. The P Mint Mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, which generally produces coins in high volumes, but for some mysterious reason, the 1993 quarters with this P Mint Mark in certain varieties are considered a rarity. Most quarters have the P mark, but the ones we're talking about have unique features. They're sometimes error coins or limited releases that weren't supposed to exist in circulation. This rarity is why collectors and investors are paying insane prices. P Philadelphia 1993 Washington quarter extremely rare and valuable up to $1.5 million for rare error types. Now you might be wondering, why would a quarter be worth over $1 million? Most quarters you find are worth only 25 cents, right? Here's the scoop. Mintage errors. Some 1993 P quarters were minted with errors like double die, off-center strikes, or wrong mint marks. Errors make coins rare and highly collectible. Limited release or proof versions. There are proof coins and special editions from that year that were never meant to be released for circulation. If you have one, you have something incredibly rare. Coins graded by professionals as mint state or higher can exponentially increase in value. The coin collecting market has grown immensely. Rare coins like this become hot commodities, driving prices into the millions. If you think you might have one of these rare coins, it's worth getting it professionally appraised immediately. Not every 1993 P quarter is worth a fortune. So how do you know if you have the special one? Here's what to look for. Mint Mark P location. On the 1993 quarter, the P Mint Mark is located on the obverse side, near Washington's neck. Some valuable varieties have misplaced or doubled mint marks. Look for signs of double die printing, off-center strikes, or missing details. These are clues to an error coin. Coins that are pristine, no scratches, wear, or discoloration, can be worth much more. Use coin guides or websites like PCGS or NGC to compare your coin. If you're unsure, take clear, close-up photos and reach out to a reputable coin dealer or appraiser. What to do if you have a valuable 1993 P quarter now? Here's the million-dollar question, literally. What should you do if you discover you own one of these rare coins? Companies like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, can certify your coin's authenticity and condition. Be careful with who you sell to. Seek out reputable coin dealers or auction houses specializing in rare coins. For extremely rare and high-value coins, auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Sotheby's are ideal. Coin values can fluctuate. Keep an eye on the market or consult experts to get the best price. Keep all appraisals, grading certificates, and provenance information handy to maximize value. Real-life stories and final thoughts to put this into perspective. There have been cases where individuals found rare quarters in their old collections and ended up selling them for over $1 million, changing their lives overnight. Could happen to you. If you have a box of old coins, especially from the early 90s, don't just toss them away or keep them forgotten. Take a closer look. You might be sitting on a fortune. If you want me to help you identify other rare coins or need tips on selling, comment below or send me a message. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. You never know what treasure we'll uncover next. We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and potentially valuable coins in U.S. history, the 1991 P Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar. Believe it or not, this coin's market value can reach a staggering $1.3 million in certain conditions. So, if you or someone you know has one, stick around because this video could change your life. Let's start with the basics. This is the Washington quarter, first introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington. Most quarters are pretty common, but certain variations and mint marks can make them incredibly valuable. The 1991 P quarter is one such example. And here's why. First, what exactly is a mint mark? It's a small letter on a coin that shows where it was produced. P stands for the Philadelphia Mint. While most 1991 quarters have a P mark, the specific version we're talking about is exceptionally rare. Now, the value of this 1991 P quarter can skyrocket depending on its condition and grading. If your coin is in pristine, uncirculated condition, which experts call gem mint state, it could be worth tens of thousands. But if you have a very special error or proof variety, that's when we start talking about values in the millions. Some collectors have found 1991 P quarters with rare minting errors, like double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual die clashes. These errors are extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors. In one exceptional case, a rare 1991 P Washington quarter error was auctioned for over $1.3 million. It all comes down to rarity and demand. Coins with mint errors or limited production runs become collectors' holy grails. The 1991 P quarter story is unique because most quarters are mass-produced with millions minted, but errors like these are sometimes one in a million. When an error coin shows up in perfect condition, collectors are willing to pay top dollar. Now, if you think you might have a rare 1991 P quarter, here are a few tips to check your coin's condition and authenticity. Look for any unusual markings or double impressions. This could indicate a double die error. Check the edges and surface for off-center strikes or irregularities. Compare your coin to standard 1991 P quarters using reputable coin catalogs or online resources. If it looks special, don't clean or polish it. That can reduce its value drastically. Consider having it professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC to confirm its condition and authenticity. So, you've confirmed your 1991 P quarter might be valuable. What now? Selling rare coins can be tricky, but here's what you should do to maximize your payout. Get multiple professional appraisals from coin dealers or grading companies. Look for auction houses that specialize in rare coins. They have the right audience and can get top bids. Avoid selling to the first buyer offering cash. Take your time to find the best deal. Keep your coins stored safely. A damaged coin loses value quickly. Remember, while many quarters are worth just 25 cents, a rare 1991 P quarter in perfect condition with a mint error could be worth over $1 million. It's always worth checking your old coins, especially if you're over 30 and have been collecting or just holding on to coins from your childhood. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more insider coin tips, and comment below if you think you have a rare coin or want me to help you identify it. And if you want a personalized coin consultation, check the description for links to trusted grading services. What if I told you a single 1997 D Washington quarter could be worth up to $1.6 million? Yes, you heard that right. This isn't a scam and it's not a fairy tale. One extremely rare coin from 1997, just a regular-looking quarter minted in Denver, has made headlines in the world of rare coin collectors. And if you're someone aged 30 to 70 with a stash of old coins, you might be sitting on a gold mine and not even know it. Let's talk about the coin itself. The 1997 D Washington quarter is a 25-cent coin, minted in Denver, marked with the letter D under the eagle on the reverse side in most cases. This coin is only worth face value, 25 cents. But one particular quarter, because of its rare minting error and pristine condition, is worth millions. This coin was discovered in near-perfect condition, what collectors call MS68 or higher. That's mint state 68, almost flawless. And here's where it gets wild. Because of a rare misstrike and die error, this particular coin turned out to be a one-of-a-kind piece. So, why would a coin meant to be worth 25 cents now sell for $1.60 million? This particular quarter had a unique combination of doubling, a rotated die, and an off-center strike. It was professionally graded at MS68, meaning it's practically untouched since it left the mint. High-end collectors will pay top dollar for coins that are both rare and in immaculate condition. It had a known auction history, increasing its credibility and value. Only one such coin has been verified, making it truly one of one, and in 2023, it sold at a private auction for $1.6 million. Now here's the part you've been waiting for. How do you check if you have one of these valuable quarters? Look for the 1997 date and the D mint mark doubled lettering, off-center designs, or unusual textures, no scratches. Wear or tarnish use services like PCGS or NGC for professional evaluation. Even if your coin isn't worth $1.6 million, coins in mint state condition from the 90s can still sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the rarity. And it's not just the 1997 D you should be looking out for. Here are a few other quarters that are worth a lot of money today. Worth over $30,000 extra leaf error worth $1. 500 plus spitting horse error worth up to $500. The world of coin collecting is full of hidden gems. The secret is in knowing what to look for. Like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowerspay, but only if your coin is graded great. For quick appraisals, always get at least 2 opinions and avoid pawn shops, as they typically underpay. Go grab that jar of old coins, check under your couch cushions, and dig through your glove compartment. That one quarter from 1997 with a little D might just be your retirement plan in disguise. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more hidden coin secrets, and drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin. We're diving into something truly special, the 1995 P Mint Mark Washington quarter. Now, you might think a quarter is just 25 cents, but what if I told you that one of these coins could be worth over $1.6 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? Stick around, because if you've got old coins lying around, this could change your life. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932. But what makes the 1995 P quarter so extraordinary? Well, it's not just any quarter. It's a very rare variety that collectors and investors are hunting for. Let's start by understanding what the P Mint mark means. The P stands for the Philadelphia Mint, one of the key places where coins are made. In 1995, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of quarters, but among those, a few were struck differently. And those differences make all the difference in the coin's value. So, what exactly sets the 1995 P Mint Mark Washington quarter apart? Experts say that some of these coins were struck with an error or an unusual feature that makes them incredibly rare. Some collectors call them mint errors or double dies. Basically, coins that have unique imperfections or design quirks from the minting process. Errors like doubling of the date or letters, off-center strikes, or unusual markings can turn an everyday coin into a collector's holy grail. The 1995 P quarter in question is one such example, and thanks to its rarity and condition, it's now worth a staggering $1.6 million on the market. Now, before you rush to check your change, it's important to know, not every 1995 P quarter is worth millions. In fact, most are just worth their face value, 25 cents. So, how do you know if your coin is the real deal? Look for the small P on the coin near the date. The coin should be in mint or near mint condition. No heavy wear, scratches, or damage. Check for doubled numbers, unusual lines, or off-center images. The best way to confirm if your coin is valuable is to have it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Getting your coin graded can make a huge difference in value. A coin that's been professionally authenticated and graded gets more trust from buyers, especially when you're talking about six-figure or million-dollar coins. I want to share a quick story. A collector like you found a 1995 P quarter with this rare mint error. After getting it graded, they sold it for $1.6 million. That's life-changing money from a simple quarter you might have had in your pocket or coin jar. So what should you do if you think you have one? First, don't try to clean or polish it. That can decrease its value. Handle it carefully, preferably with gloves, and store it safely in a coin holder or protective case. Then, bring it to a reputable coin dealer or submit it to a professional grading company. And most importantly, be patient. Rare coins like this take time to verify and find the right buyer. To everyone watching, if you're 30, 50, or even 70 years old, this is the perfect time to dig through your old collections, those dusty jars, or boxes of coins. You might just have a small fortune hidden in your hands. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with friends and family who might also have valuable coins. Don't forget to subscribe for more treasure hunts, coin tips, and selling advice. And comment below if you want me to help you identify or value other coins. I'm diving into one of the most fascinating coins that's been making headlines lately, the 1998 P Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar. What makes this coin so special? And how could it be worth up to $1.6 million in today's market? Stick with me, because this might just be the key to unlocking a fortune in your coin collection. Introduction to the 1998 P Washington quarter. Most of us are familiar with the Washington quarter, the classic American quarter featuring George Washington on the front. The 1998 edition was produced by the Philadelphia Mint, which uses the P Mint mark. Generally, these coins are common and worth only face value or a small premium to collectors. But here's the twist. A rare variety of the 1998 P Washington quarter has surfaced, and it's making waves because of its astounding value. So, what exactly makes this particular coin worth millions? The answer lies in its rarity and condition. Collectors have discovered an extremely limited number of these quarters with a unique minting error or an ultra-rare proof finish that sets them apart. These coins are often in gem mint condition. That means flawless surfaces, sharp details, and perfect edges. These rare coins are so scarce that only a handful are known to exist. The condition, combined with rarity, drives the price way up, all the way to an incredible $1.6 million on the open market. If you have a 1998 P Washington quarter, here's how to tell if you might be holding a treasure. Look closely for a small P on the coin. That's from the Philadelphia Mint. No scratches, no wear? This could include doubling of the mint mark, unusual engraving, or proof-like shine. Only an official grading service can confirm if your coin is gem mint or higher, which is crucial for valuation. Current market value and recent sales in recent auctions. These rare 1998 P quarters have sold for prices as high as $1.6 million. A stunning figure considering regular quarters are worth just 25 cents. This spike is driven by a surge of interest from serious collectors and investors looking for rare American coins with historic and financial value. This is a great time to get your coins appraised if you suspect you have a rare 1998 P quarter. Market trends suggest the value could remain strong or even grow over the next few years. What should you do if you think you have one? Don't clean or handle your coin excessively. Oils and scratches reduce value. Get it professionally graded by a reputable company like PCGS or NGC. Contact a trusted coin dealer or auction house with experience in rare coins. Consider selling at auction to maximize exposure and price. Stay informed by following market news and coin collecting forums. Final thoughts and encouragement. Coins like the 1998 P Mint Mark Washington quarter show us that sometimes treasures are hidden in plain sight, right in our pockets or old collections. If you or someone you know has old coins gathering dust, take a closer look. You might be sitting on a small fortune. We're diving into one of the most valuable and rare coins in American history, the 1965 No Mint Mark Washington quarter. Believe it or not, some of these coins are currently worth up to $1.3 million. First, let's get to know the coin itself. The Washington quarter was a staple of American currency starting in 1932. But 1965 was a special year, because the U.S. Mint stopped using silver in quarters and switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition. This change caused a lot of coins to be produced with mint marks, but some rare 1965 quarters have no mint mark at all. Typically, quarters made after 1964 include mint marks like D for Denver or S for San Francisco. But a small number of 1,965 quarters were struck without any mint mark, a detail that makes these coins extremely rare. Why is the 1965 No Mint Mark quarter so valuable? 3 minutes. Now, why are these No Mint Mark quarters worth so much? Well, rarity is everything in coin collecting. The 1965 No Mint Mark quarter is considered a major mint error or rarity because the U.S. Mint officially didn't produce quarters without mint marks that year. Experts estimate fewer than a few dozen of these quarters exist in the wild. That scarcity combined with intense collector interest pushes the value to astronomical levels. In fact, some have sold privately or been appraised at upwards of $1.3 million. That's right, just one quarter could be worth over $1 million. How to identify a genuine 1965 No Mint Mark quarter? 2 minutes. But hold on. Don't just take any quarter and assume it's worth a fortune. There are plenty of counterfeit or misidentified coins out there. Here's how you can spot a genuine 1965 no mint mark quarter. First, look closely where the mint mark usually appears, right here near the date. If there's no D or S, that's a good start. But the coin must also be made of the copper-nickel clad metal, not silver, which can be tested by a professional. Because this coin is a known rarity, many collectors or sellers have had their coins certified by grading companies like PCGS or NGC. Certification is key if you want to sell it for top dollar. How to sell your valuable coin? 2 minutes. So, if you think you might have one of these rare quarters, what's the best way to sell it and get the highest price? Get it professionally graded and authenticated. Contact reputable coin dealers or auction houses specializing in rare coins. Avoid selling on informal platforms without expert appraisal. Be patient. These coins don't come up often, and the right buyer is willing to pay top dollar. Millions of dollars can change hands, but only if you prove your coin's authenticity and condition. Remember, the 1965 no mint mark Washington quarter is one of the rarest and most valuable coins out there. But it's also just one example of how old coins can be worth serious money. If you've got old coins collecting dust in your drawers, it's worth having them checked out. Coins like these are exciting because they connect us to history, and sometimes to unexpected wealth. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more coin insights, and drop a comment if you want me to cover other rare coins or selling tips. I'm going to tell you about a truly rare and valuable coin, the 1966 Washington quarter with no mint mark, and why it could be worth up to $1.5 million today. Yes, you heard that right. Over $1 million. Pause with some suspense music. If you're between 30 and 70 years old and have some old coins lying around, this video could change your life. So, let's dive in and see if you've got a fortune in your pocket. Images and video of the Washington quarter through the years. The Washington quarter has been one of the most popular coins in the US since 1932. Most quarters you see today have a mint mark, a small letter indicating where they were made, D for Denver, S for San Francisco, or no mark meaning Philadelphia. But in 1966, something unusual happened. The US Mint stopped putting mint marks on quarters for a few years, from 1965 to 1967, to discourage coin collecting and to keep up with the huge demand for coins during that time. Close-up shots of 1966 quarters, highlighting no mint mark area. So, what makes the 1966 no mint mark Washington quarter so valuable? Here's the twist. Most 1,966 quarters are common, worth just face value or a little more to collectors. But in very rare cases, there are error coins and special proof-like varieties that can be extremely valuable. Some of these coins were struck with exceptional detail and have a mirror-like finish, almost like a proof coin, even though they were meant for circulation. These rare ones are the treasure hunter's holy grail. Headlines or clips referencing million-dollar coin sales. Now, you might be wondering, how can a quarter be worth $1.5 million? Well, certain extremely rare coins, including varieties of the 1966 no mint mark Washington quarter, have been auctioned for astonishing sums. It's about rarity, condition, and demand. When a coin is almost impossible to find in perfect condition and is historically significant, collectors and investors will pay top dollar. That $1.5 million figure comes from a record auction of a gem-proof-like 1966 quarter, graded in perfect condition by top grading companies like PCGS or NGC. Step-by-step showing the coin under magnification, light angle for mirror effect. So how can you tell if your 1966 quarter might be this rare, valuable coin? Here are a few tips. Look for the absence of a mint mark under the wreath on the reverse side. This should be normal for 1966, but it's important to confirm. Check the surface and finish of the coin. Is it shiny and reflective like a mirror, rather than dull? This is called a proof-like finish. Inspect the details. Sharp, crisp features on George Washington's profile and the eagle on the back. If you think your coin has these features, do not clean it or polish it. That will reduce its value drastically. At this point, your best move is to have it professionally graded and authenticated by a trusted grading service. Auction houses, Coin dealers, online marketplaces. If you've confirmed you have a rare 1966 no-mint mark quarter, you'll want to get the best price for it. Here's what to do. Get it graded and certified by PCGS or NGC. This boosts buyer confidence. Reach out to reputable coin dealers or auction houses who specialize in rare U.S. coins. Be wary of quick cash offers. Many scammers target sellers unaware of their coin's true value. Consider selling through auction houses that have a record of selling rare coins to serious collectors worldwide. So, if you're sitting on a 1966 Washington quarter with no mint mark and a mirror-like shine, you could be holding a treasure worth millions. Don't rush. Get it checked out, graded, and find the right buyer. We're diving deep into a rare gem, the 1968 no-mint mark Washington quarter dollar. Believe it or not, one of these coins recently sold for a staggering $1.7 million. Yes, you heard that right. $1.7 million. So what makes this coin so special? First, a quick history lesson. The Washington quarter was first issued in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. For decades, these quarters were minted with a small mint mark indicating their origin, Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But in 1968, something strange happened. A small number of Washington quarters were struck without any mint mark at all. This is extremely rare because by 1968, mint marks were standard practice. These no-mint mark quarters are a true anomaly. There are several key reasons. Only a very small number of these no-mint mark quarters were made. We're talking a few dozen, tops. Coins without mint marks from this year were never supposed to be minted. This was a mistake during production, making it a sought-after error coin. The $1.7 million coin sold was in near-perfect, pristine condition, meaning it has almost no wear, scratches, or damage. This gem mint state quality dramatically increases its value. Coin collectors are always hunting for rare error coins, and this one story and rarity make it extremely desirable. Mint marks are tiny letters on a coin that tell us where the coin was made: P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. In 1968, nearly all quarters had a mint mark. But these rare coins, no letter at all. That tiny missing detail is what turns an ordinary coin into a potentially million-dollar treasure. If you're wondering if you might have one of these coins in your collection, here's how to check. Grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Look closely at the front, just below George Washington's neck and above the word quarter. If there's no mint mark, and the date reads 1968, you might have one of these ultra-rare coins. But remember, most 1968 quarters do have a mint mark, so no panic if yours does. What should you do if you have one? If you think you have a 1968 no-mint mark Washington quarter, here are the steps I recommend. Do not clean or polish the coin. This can drastically reduce its value. Take high-quality photos of both sides of the coin. Contact a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They authenticate and grade coins to verify rarity and condition. Get in touch with reputable coin dealers or auction houses that specialize in rare coins. Avoid selling to strangers or local pawn shops without research. This coin's value could be hidden from the untrained eye. The market value and recent sales. Now, let's talk numbers. Recently, one of these 1968 no-mint mark quarters sold at auction for an astonishing $1.7 million. This wasn't just any sale. It was a testament to how valuable rare error coins can be in today's market. Remember, coin values depend on condition, provenance, and collector demand. While not every 1968 no-mint mark quarter will fetch this price, even a coin in very good condition could be worth tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Why now is a great time to sell old coins? If you're sitting on a coin collection with rare pieces like this, now is a fantastic time to consider selling. The market for rare coins has been heating up due to increasing collector interest worldwide, growing awareness of rare coins as alternative investments, the global economy pushing people to liquidate collectibles for cash. Check your old quarters carefully. You might be holding a hidden treasure. Don't try to guess the value on your own. Get professional authentication. Protect your coins by storing them safely in coin holders or albums. If you decide to sell, work with trusted experts and reputable auction houses to get the best price. We're diving into a rare gem that might be sitting quietly in your pocket change or old coin box, the 1979 D Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar. Believe it or not, this coin could be worth as much as $1.6 million in today's market. Yes, you heard that right. Over $1 million for a single quarter. But before you get too excited, let's unpack what makes this quarter so special, why collectors are hunting it down, and most importantly, how you can identify if you have this treasure. History and background. First, a little background. The Washington quarter has been in circulation since 1932, originally minted to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. Most quarters you find from the late 20th century are common and worth their face value. But every once in a while, a minting error or unique characteristic can turn an everyday coin into a collector's goldmine. The 1979 D quarter, the D stands for the Denver Mint, had one of the most fascinating minting errors in U.S. coin history. While millions of these quarters were produced, only a tiny fraction bear the rare mint mark variety that experts have valued at up to $1.6 million. What is the 1979 D mint mark error? The 1979 D quarter with the error features a double D mint mark. Yes, two Ds stamped on the coin, overlapping or doubled in a way that's extremely rare. These coins slipped through quality control at the Denver Mint and ended up in circulation. Because only a handful are known to exist, collectors are willing to pay astonishing sums to add one to their collection. How to identify a 1979 D double mint mark quarter? Now, I know what you're thinking. How do I know if I have one? Here's how to spot it. Look at the mint mark. It's located just to the right of Washington's ponytail on the coin's obverse, front side. Instead of one clear D, look for doubling or a shadow effect. Sometimes it looks like a faint second D, overlapping the first. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to get a closer look. Check the coin's condition. Higher grade coins with this error command the highest prices. Be careful, though, counterfeiters have tried to replicate this error. So if you think you have a double mint mark quarter, it's best to have it authenticated by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Current market value and selling tips. Alright, let's talk money. The rare 1979 D double mint mark quarter has been valued in auctions for up to $1.6 million. An incredible jump from its face value of 25 cents. Rarity combined with demand. Collectors are always hunting for unique pieces to complete their collections. And this coin checks all the boxes. Rare, historic, and authenticated. So what if you have one and want to sell it? Here are some expert tips. Have the coin graded and certified by a reputable service. This will boost buyer confidence and increase its value. These coins can take time to find the right buyer. Auction houses specializing in rare coins are your best bet. Serious collectors, museums, or investors are most interested in coins like this. Pawn shops or quick buyers often undervalue rare coins. A coin expert can help you understand the true market value before selling. Final thoughts and call to action to wrap up. If you're cleaning out your old coins and you come across a 1979 D Washington quarter, don't toss it aside. It could be your ticket to a fortune, worth as much as $1.6 million if it's the rare double mint mark error. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and how to unlock their value, be sure to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and drop a comment below if you think you've found a rare coin. I'd love to hear your stories.